Hello guys, NautoAis here, and I too want to give my thoughts on Nintendo's announcement, and that is there will be I can call it a Super Nintendo Direct because it's going to be 60 minutes. And a lot of people did say the reason probably is they're going to be revealing some games for the Switch and Switch 2, so that makes sense. And yes, if you noticed in my main channel, I did some showcase with the Switch 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Mario Kart World. It is what it is there. I did end up getting one. Different story there. So with that said, yes, Nintendo announced in the Via Nintendo app and then on Twitter that there will be a Nintendo Direct, get this, in the West Friday. So in Japan on a Saturday, which is normally they don't do it. It's usually in the middle of the week. Some of my theory is, I think a lot of people kind of get it, is that because you can't really do it on Thursday because of that particularly important day, especially in the West. And Nintendo probably trying to be diverse and just, they don't want to be rude. And it can't be today because it's Wednesday. So Friday kind of like makes sense to some extent on the West. So props to Nintendo, I guess, for putting it on a Friday in the West. And yes, 6 in the morning, whatever. And for people wondering why Nintendo want to show the Nintendo Direct universally, so they're finding a right time that kind of sort of fit throughout worldwide. So with 6 in the morning in West Coast, in Japan it's probably like 10, 11 at night, I don't know. Gotta look at my time zone. So anyway, with that said also, you gotta give credit where credit's due, whether you like this person or not. And they did talk about it in a Lost Thoughts. And the reason why it was a Lost Thought, I did plan it, I just held back, forgot about it. It's, you know what, I have this material, might as well just compose it. And that is Switchforce. So yes, like him, hate him, a great definition of a Nintendo loyalist. You gotta give credit where credit's due. He did say that there will be Nintendo Direct, not only going to be in mid-September, but he also guessed the right date. And you might say, how come he knows that? He's not a leaker. No, he's not a leaker. But apparently from what people said was he met someone who's a prominent leaker, gets things right to some extent, and they became buddies, and there you go. So I mean, it is what it is. And of course, it's been collaborated with other leaker. Nate the Hate even said it, yeah. It's going to be in a mid-September. He didn't know which day. He just said either 11 or 12, but he kind of feel like, yeah, it's probably something like that. And they got it right. So, like it, hate it, Switchforce got it. It is what it is. You know, if you want to know my Lost Thoughts, links in the description box. So, 60 minutes, like I said, probably going to talk about Switch 1, Switch 2. Prediction to some extent, my guess is going to be is that they're going to announce something from the Nintendo Classic app, whether it's GameCube, Game Boy, Advance, NES, whatever system. And I'm not going to lie, even so I did play those, like the GameCube, I couldn't get back to it. Tried playing that Wind Waker, couldn't get back to it. I decided to go back and play Breath of the Wild, Switch 2 edition. I like the 60 frame, but that's a different story there. So other prediction is Amiibo. So yes, granted, in a different story, I'm going to be talking about Amiibo. But granted, we'll see if they're going to mention new Amiibo. First party game, that's an easy one. And more third party game, yeah. Whether it's a game key card or a full game, that's up to the company. Live with it to some extent. I know people don't like it, but it is what it is. And to some extent, maybe something weird. Something that people tend to do, but they did it anyway. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, it's sort of a general prediction, but most of the time, that's really what it is. Probably first party game. Date reveal, especially for Metroid Prime 4. People been waiting for that one. Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrate. A new Fire Emblem probably going to be announced, or a remake. Yeah, like I said, Amiibo, new games on the classic Nintendo app, the classic retro games, you know. But there you go. So that's my prediction. Thoughts about it. It is what it is. You got to give props where credit's due. Switchforce got it. Like it, hate it. It is what it is. So with that, I'll see you guys later.